Hi, my name is Brittany O'Yenny. Today my presentation is Me First, I'm the Favorite, Favoritism, Nepotism, and Cronyism. So let's give a little background. What is favoritism? Favoritism is the provision of special privileges to a friend, colleague, or acquaintance in the areas of employment, career, and personnel decisions. Where does it come from, actually? The term actually comes from, it was coined in the 15th century to describe the Borgia family, which they had a huge influence due to their patriarch was the Pope, and a couple other family members were popes during that time. So they were able to rise up in the monarchy positions and military. So is this still relevant? Because it sounds like that's something centuries ago. So here are the current issues. So we have pictures of several different high-ranking families in America: the Clintons, the Koch brothers, the Fords, the Bushes, and I even have the fictional family, the Sopranos. These all are examples of nepotism and people have accused them of nepotism because one person in their family has created this great idea that now they just associate with that person and that they're able to rise up higher because they have that name. So let's actually look at a recent chairman of a corporation video. So let's see that.
Companies in major economies such as Germany, Japan, and the U.S. consider cyber risk the top concern to their businesses.
Company boards should take the initiative in creating resilience to these challenges.
It is Walmart's shareholder week, which means thousands of Walmart employees, investors, and even some celebrities have flocked to Fayetteville, Arkansas.
That's right, and there's already been a big announcement. Greg Penner will replace longtime chairman Rob Walton. Penner is a Walton by marriage, and Bloomberg's Olivia Stearns is in Fayetteville with details. Olivia, was this a surprise?
Pim, no, it wasn't really a surprise. Perhaps it was a surprise that the announcement happened today. There has been a lot of push, particularly from institutional shareholders, to have a more independent director. That is not what we have because Greg Penner is the grandson-in-law of founder Sam Walton, so he's very much an insider of the Walton family. He has been on the board for about 7 years. He was vice chairman, so that made him sort of the heir apparent. That's why it's not a big surprise. In this role, he has been serving as chairman of the Technology and E-Commerce Committee, and I just want to read you a quote from the press release. Walmart saying he brings an ideal blend of finance, technology, and international business expertise, as well as a deep knowledge of love and Walmart to his role.
Okay, so let's resume back to the PowerPoint. So as you can see, that nepotism is still relevant because even though this chairman was not related to the Walton family by blood, he was related to them by marriage. And they chose him because he has great qualifications, but also he is a family member of the Walton family. So let's take a global look at it. In the United States, nepotism is seen as distasteful and something that you shouldn't strive towards, whereas in other countries, it's actually a common business practice, such as in Latin America, and the Middle East, and the Arabic countries, and Asia. And they use nepotism particularly for different reasons, whereas in Latin America, they use it because they want people that they can trust. And so who better to trust than your family? And then in the Middle East, it's based on kinship and tribal connections, because if your father is a high-ranking tribal official, he's going to have a high-ranking job in the government. And then in Asia, they like to use family because they want to pass the business down to family. But if that family is not competent, they will fire that family member. But other places like Italy, they have our look on nepotism as unfavorable, because as of 2008, they actually made it illegal to use favoritism. So let's look at the legal issues. Is it really illegal to favor someone? Well, it's not really cut and dry. We have laws to prevent it, like Title VII and ADA and Uniform Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act, which they protect classes, against this discrimination. If against like race, color, creed, disability, or military service. But however, if you're having a consensual relationship with your supervisor, that is illegal, and you cannot expect favors to come from this relationship. So in that aspect, that is illegal, but nepotism is not technically illegal. So is nepotism really good or bad? It's really not a cut and dry answer, because if you're talking about nepotism as a reciprocal nepotism, you're talking about getting family members that are exactly like you or similar to you and that have the goals and values that you want in your company. Whereas if you use entitled nepotism, it can lead to a bad impact. It can decrease employee morale, decrease productivity, and develop a sense of entitlement to that person, and then breed discontent and frustration in the company, actually injure the company's reputation, because no new employee or investors will want to come to the company if they cannot move up in the company and actually have a little control if they're not family. So it's not really a strict answer. So to avoid this issue, you have to have a clear policy and rule about this. So having a workplace relationship policy and an anti-fraternization policy will help diminish these effects, because with the anti-fraternization policy, you're not allowed to hang out with employees for a long period of time. So that will cut the family part out of it and the friends part out of it, because you want to spend time with those people. And also, you have to educate your employees on what was an appropriate work relationship, so they'll know that if the supervisor is pressuring them to get in a relationship, that's unacceptable. And be alert on work relationships, because if someone starts an office romance, you need to alert those individuals quickly and see if it's going to actually impact your business. But you have to be cautious about it. And when you're promoting people, keep detailed records so you can look at the past performance of these people and actually give them the proper recognition. And this will also help if you have to go to court to show that you did promote them based on achievements and things that you could actually measure. So this, in order to nepotism is good to a certain extent, but it's better to try to avoid the issue altogether. So this is nepotism, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.